Morning, everybody. I'm just sitting outside here, waiting for my buddy to come out. We're gonna go to work. We're putting some siding on a trailer house, and yeah, that's it. It's been an interesting project so far. We got to go pick up some material for it today, so just waiting for him to come out, and we'll get going. And I wanted to talk to you about something. Talk to you about something today, and what's been on my mind and on my heart is something that I've had a lot of struggle with, and I think a lot of men these days, and some women as well, um, definitely struggle with it. And I wanted to just shed some light on it and some things I've learned about it. Um, when a person doesn't have something they need inside, like an emotional need, like um, for me, I'll just use my life as an example. Growing up, I never shared my deepest and innermost feelings and struggles with my parents or the people around me. I actually, at one point, decided to shoulder all of that myself, um, in order to not put more burden on the people around me. And I didn't know it then, but that's actually super unhealthy because everybody needs support and to be known and seen deeply. And if you're always hiding certain things about yourself in the dark, like your struggles, and things that cause you a lot of shame, then those things can't be healed. And you can never be fully known either. And if you can't be fully known, you can't be fully loved for who you are, flaws and all. Because love isn't just about the good things about a person. You don't just love the good things about a person. True love is knowing a person through and through, all the good, all the bad, all their struggle, all their flaws, the light and the dark, and still loving them. And if you never share with anybody the dark side or your struggle or your deep innermost feelings, which I think is a common thing these days, it's becoming more and more common as mental health is on the ill mental health is on the rise. Um, People are becoming more isolated, more alone, less known by anybody else. We're all on our phones and we're all afraid to talk to people about what we're going through. And when those needs aren't met, for example, my need to be seen and known and loved wholly and have support in the areas where I've been struggling the most, you get that need met in a insufficient way. So you'll go to like a coping mechanism, or you'll go to something that becomes an addiction. So sometimes it's drugs. For me, it wasn't drugs, it was pornography. And basically the pattern has been, in my past, it was like I'm holding everything in. I'm not seen or known fully, and that's my desire. And not just a desire, but a need that I have, an emotional need to be known and loved, even in my wrongdoing, and to receive help in that area. And so I wouldn't have that need met, and I would be really, really sad, depressed, upset, whatever it is. Not even realizing for many of the years, like, this was the problem, though. I was never able to identify, like, why I'm watching pornography, other than I just thought it was because I was, like, I thought I was just really ready to go with the hormones, or I thought I'm just like a perv or something. But it's really not about that. It was really about, like, the emotional damage I was carrying all the time, and the way I dealt with it was by having this pleasurable experience. And that's kind of what I wanted to touch on today, is in my area of personal development. Since I realized that my former need to go to pornography is about an emotional wound, and I hope that you understand that, like, maybe that's what's going on for you. And maybe you don't watch porn. Maybe it's like a drug, or maybe it's food, because I've also done it with food. I'll emotionally eat um, to deal with how I'm feeling. And it's all I'm doing is ignoring how I'm feeling, and I'm adding another problem on top of it. I'm overeating. So I'm gaining weight and killing my confidence, getting out of shape. But that's the point I wanted to make, is that if that's going on for you, or maybe someone you know, be slow to judge and realize that there's something going on where this person is hurting and they're going to a fake version of what they need. So I wanted connection. I could never find it or have it, and so I found this fake version in that. And I hope that if that's going on for you, you can start trying to ask yourself, like, what's going on. Maybe I'll share a little more deeply about what specifically recently I've learned in this area for myself. Is that, like I said, I've always kind of held myself and all my relationships at like a distance ever since I was a little kid. And I didn't know it, but it's really unhealthy. And now I'm trying to bridge that gap and have a stronger relationship, specifically with my wife, and let her in on my struggles and what I'm going through emotionally, and not, instead of just trying to be strong all the time, instead of trying to be like dependable and shoulder my own burdens myself and everything, trying to be a man, like a man. And a man needs to have grit. A man needs to be able to get it done. He needs to be able to handle himself. But part of handling yourself is understanding what you need. Like, just like a truck needs gas and it needs oil. And if you only put gas in and never check the oil, you can do that for a long time, but eventually there's going to be some serious repercussions. And men, are the same way. Women, I know less about women because I'm not one, but I know that they have needs as well. So maybe I won't speak to women as much as men, but I believe that obviously women have needs too. And yeah. So yeah, I've just been really open and honest and vulnerable about my struggles with my wife, and it's been difficult. I was doing that in the past, but I stopped because I felt like it was just hurting her. And I don't want to hurt her. I don't want the things that I do to hurt her, even though they do. And maybe that's in itself an issue of control that I have. And I'm trying to let go of feeling like, I'm trying to let go of the fear of, if I share what's going on with me and my struggles with my wife, that it's going to hurt her, or that I'm going to disappoint her, or that something to that effect, right? She might reject me, or she might pull away from me, and that's the opposite of what I want. But the thing is, I've got to have those conversations because it's what I need, and it's what we need in our relationship. She needs me to be able to be open, honest, and vulnerable with her so we can have an intimate connection and relationship. And I've always struggled with that, and I'm trying to change that pattern. And it's been really nice. She's doing her best to understand, and it's a very difficult thing, but I can feel us growing closer, and I'm also able to just share my heart with her more, and it feels like it's bridging a gap that's been between us for a long time. Our marriage has been in a difficult place, and I think this is a big reason why, is because I've been unable, maybe unwilling, maybe too afraid, too full of fear, to share myself fully with her. And I only share this, like, a lot of people I hear describe it as like a mask of, oh, this is my mask I'm going to present to you. Like, yeah, I'm strong and I'm dependable and I'm a provider and I'm these things and I want to be here for you and I want to be this champion. But the truth is, I have weaknesses too, and I need help, and I have needs, emotional needs, and I can't keep following the pattern of my youth and putting those needs, just pushing them away. because eventually it manifests as like an emotional wound, and to take care of that wound, I'll go to like a cope, an unhealthy fake version. And so I hope that in sharing this with you, this personal development that I have been going through for probably like a couple years, 2 or 3 years now, and what I've just been learning about myself recently, help shed some light maybe on what's going on for you. And it's not because, if you're addicted to something or you have unhealthy habits that you to deal with your emotions, to deal with what you're going through, you eat a lot of food, or you watch porn, or you do drugs, or you do something unhealthy. But it's, some people drink, alcoholics. They're trying to deal with how they feel by drowning it out in the drink. And maybe that'll help shed some light on it for you. It's not so much that like you're just a piece of crap. It's that something's going on inside of you. There's a need, like the oil light has come on you, the check engine light, and you don't know, or you don't know what to do or how to take care of it, or even like that's what's going on. You're just stuck in the cycle of addiction. So anyway, feel free to be open and vulnerable on the comments. Drop a like if you've enjoyed the content. I'm trying to post different types of videos and see what you guys are pinging on, what's helping you. So let me know if this resonated with you. And if you don't want to be open and vulnerable about what you're going through, that's totally okay. But do let me know if some part of this hit with you, if something resonated with you, if there's something you want me to touch on more surrounding this subject, or about personal development, because that's kind of where I'm at. I'm working on my personal development, and that's one of the things that I want to share with you on this channel. So it's getting lighter out there. I better give Jordan a call. I don't think he woke up to his alarm. He should have been out here a few minutes ago. All right, good luck out there, everybody. Thanks for being here. Good luck.